To you, everybody. Happy Monday to you, and welcome. Edition as the Phillies venture to Truist Park for a start of a. And everybody, tonight the Phillies are looking to get back on the winning side of things as they dropped Game 3 yesterday in a real heartbreaker by a score of 7-3. It was. To dish out in the first two games, especially the Friday night game. Saturday night game the same, not as many. They only scored 6. However, yesterday, well, it was the Mets' turn to provide the offense. So we're looking to get this game started in just a moment as we're do this. We'll go clear skies. So let's just see here. Yes, Zach Wheeler heading to the hill today. We'll see what happens here. Zach Wheeler, of course, looking for win number 12, looking to be a dozen-game winner. We already have 2 pitchers over that mark. We have Aaron Nola, who actually took the loss yesterday in his first loss of the season. It was not the way I would have drawn it up on Father's Day. However, these things do happen. So Zach Wheeler is going to look to provide win number 12 for the Fightin' Phils. As yes, we're just going to jump right into it here. As you see the lineup, it's a little different, but I figured we'd get some guys in there, kind of switch it around a little bit, see what's what, and just look for a change in the lineup, give the Braves something a little different to look at overall. In fact, we're just going to leave it as it is. I was going to take JT out, but he's going to stay in. So Roman Quinn will lead it off in center field as Andrew Mccutcheon goes to the 2-hole. He'll be in at left field. Bryce Harper, the right fielder, remains steady at the 3rd spot in the lineup. The cleanup hitter, the big fella, first baseman Rhys Hoskins in there. JT Realmuto, the catcher, in there at the 5th spot. Sir Didi Gregorius, the shortstop, he will be in at the 6th spot. Scott Kingery batting 7th, playing second base. Philly Phil, I've decided to put him in at third base. Phil Gosselin starting at third against his former team in there at the 8th spot. And, of course, batting 9th and pitching will be Zach Wheeler, and they will be matched up against left-hander Max Fried tonight. So the Phils, the 62-14 Phils match up this way. The lineup is as such: Quinn, Mccutcheon, and Harper, Hoskins, Realmuto, and Gregorius. Kingery, Gosselin, and Wheeler, those are your starting 9 as your first-place Phillies are looking to take it to Atlanta tonight, looking to win yet another one, looking to get back on the winning side of things after dropping that one yesterday. So we're going to jump right into it here. Enjoy the game, everybody.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. Major League Baseball on the Show is next. Max Fried, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Now in the box, Roman Quinn, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First of 4 here on this Monday night as the first pitch of the game is over for strike 1. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind, and that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps, line to line. This team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Expected to get a little cooler as we go on, but the temperature at game time 68 degrees. And He takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening.
He's not going to feel good about that at bat, nor should he. You have to want to swing the bat, but he just stood there and looked at 4 straight pitches. Hopefully, we'll see him get a little bit more aggressive next time.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew Mccutcheon, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to catch up. If you're sitting off speed.
Ouch, that one hit him.
You always want to see the curve break a lot, but this one breaks a little bit too much. Comes all the way across the plate and nicks the batter.
So a runner at first with 1 man gone, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. He's set, and the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Ozuna is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Phillies.
Matty, what I want you to focus on is the fact that this team does not like to run. Very station to station. It's going to take a couple of hits to score runs with this offense. They swing the bats well, but they don't put any pressure on the defense as far as base running.
And the runner back safely. Another look to first, and the runner back. Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. 0-1 the count. He comes in with 24 homers to his credit so far this year. Running now is Mccutcheon. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a third out on the bases. Bottom of the first, straight ahead, we are scoring. Zach Wheeler, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, so far this year, this guy hasn't pitched very well on the road. He's actually struggled on the road, so it'll be interesting to see if he can turn that around here in this one.
Stepping in, Ozzie Albies. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they came up a little short last time out, but they've still been one of the hotter teams around, winning 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Swing and a miss, 2-2 now.
Hey, I think this is going to be the key to his success out on the mound. That good movement on that two-seam fastball is going to keep that ball in the yard and keep this offense on its toes.
On deck is Nick Markakis. And this is popped up near second base. And there's your first out of the inning.
Batting second, the center fielder, Markakis.
Nick Markakis digging in now, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. First pitch of the at-bat.
That's a tough pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, you'll end up with half a bat after you swing.
One out, nobody on. Pulled high in the air out to right field. There to take it in is Harper, and there are 2 away now.
Batting first, the first baseman, Freddie.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, currently 9th in the NL in hitting entering play.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
First pitch on its way. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game. That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Still 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves. We are still scoreless. So coming to the plate, Rhys Hoskins. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Now the pitch. Three and 0 now.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Now to the plate, JT Realmuto. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Line to the right side, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And I don't think you can be locking in on anyone else today than Ronald Acuna Jr. This guy, just hear me out on this, body awareness. Lock in on how easy he makes the game look, both offensively and defensively. No one's going to test his arm as well. This guy's got an absolute howitzer out there.
And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. This one is crushed. Back, and gone. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 13 for him on the year as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
And in steps Scott Kingery. He swings and grounds it to short. Reined in. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. So stepping in, Phil Gosselin, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now here's the pitch. Foul tip into the catcher's glove at strike 1.
Got to be careful with this guy here. He can really handle the bat. Even though they're 2 outs, he might try to drop one down for a base hit.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 2-0 Philly. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Woo-wee! That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Here's another 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Stepping into the box, Marcell Ozuna. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching. His career line against Wheeler, he's only 2 for 10. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Kingery takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the 2nd out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and next to bat will be the catcher Tyler Flowers. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
This right-handed pitcher, his bread and butter is that 2-seamer, and he loves to throw it inside.
Popped him up. Gosselin has a play. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So nothing happening this time around. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Phillies lead it 2-0. Stepping up to the plate, Zach Wheeler. 9-1-2 due up.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo! Up and in.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. 0-2. Here it comes. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1.
And it fault much you can do with that pitch.
Into the box, Roman Quinn. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He went down looking to open up the ball game. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. 1 out, nobody on. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
The 1-2. Swing and a liner, but foul.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Just off the end of the bat, it's a foul ball, and he'll stick around. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Acuna's there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Here's Andrew Mccutcheon now. He was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Chopped to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Striding in, Charlie Culberson. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Oh, up around the chin there. 2-0. And that's the first hit in this one for the Braves.
This is the cat and mouse of baseball right here. Batter versus pitcher. You fight so hard as an offensive player to get count leverage. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Check out the batting averages in those counts, and then check out the batting averages in even and behind counts with 2 strikes. 2-0, your eyes light up, and the batter didn't miss it.
As a look, now the pitch. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. Culberson gets his lead at first, nobody out. Oh, good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Into the box now, Max Fried. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
A ball and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Out in front as he rolls over it to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Braves strand one. They're down 2-0. All set for the start of the fourth, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Here's the first pitch to him. And right into the shift. This is foul for the first strike. Oh, and 1 the count to Bryce Harper. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Acuna's there for it. He's got it 1 away. So with 1 away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the two starters here in the fourth inning. And boy, you can see it there. A couple of power arms out there as both of these guys are working in the high 90s. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Rhys Hoskins is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's through first and hustling for second. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double. And this, of course, is a ballpark that yields a lot of doubles as we take a look at the team leaders for the most 2-base hits this year. And you can see, in fact, that these guys currently lead the National League in that category and, in fact, lead all of baseball as well. So now to the plate, JT Realmuto. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. A tag from Flowers. He's out at the plate. So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius, as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike 1. In his career, Gregorius hits a little over the 270 mark. And it's 1-1. Gregorius is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, some would say no harm done with that wild pitch, right? But I disagree. The runner's now 90 feet away from scoring, an infield single, a booted ball, and he crosses the plate. That might not be the case if he were still on second.
Here now the 2-2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
And he takes ball 4, so he's on, and as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
So runners at the corners with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder Scott Kingery. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Ball 1.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
The 2-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion. The relay. But he'll get in there with an RBI double.
When this thing left the bat, I thought it had 3-run homer written all over it. But it bounces off the wall, so only 1 run scores. And now a chance for his buddy to return the favor and bring in 1 or maybe 2.
Standing in now, Phil Gosselin. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score any...
And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. The 2-0 pitch. Weakly hit to third. He's got to hurry on to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. 1 for the Phillies here on the RBI double. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 3-0 Philadelphia. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and coming forward the veteran outfielder Nick Markakis. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
You're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Let's see if he tries to climb the ladder right here, change his eye level, or bounce something in the dirt.
Softly hit here to the left side. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now back, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that brings in Freddie Freeman. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball in there for a called strike.
You have to understand, as the hitter right here, pitcher on the mound wants a quick inning. Anything over the heart of the plate, probably got to pull the trigger on.
The 0-1 on its way.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
Stays alive, still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chopped toward the second baseman. Kingery's there, and there's out number 2.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
2 gone now in the Braves' half of the 4th, and that brings forward Ronald Acuna Jr. And he gets ahead 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Mccutcheon is under it. And that's the 3rd out. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They trail it here 3-0. New inning set to get underway, and the pitcher strides into the batter's box. Here's Zack Wheeler. Here comes the first pitch. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Line drive to left. Ozuna is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first out.
Now back to the 7th baseman.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Roman Quinn. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
Hit to 3rd. He's got it. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP Andrew Mccutcheon. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
This could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1-2-3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside. And that misses 2-2. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than...
Now here's a high fly ball with some carry to deep center. Turning for it is Mccutcheon, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. It's a solo shot off the bat of Andrew Mccutcheon, and that is 27 for him on the year as the Phillies have opened things up now 4-0.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
Here's Bryce Harper now. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Markakis has a read on it. And that's the 3rd out. But the Phils tack on 1 more on this solo home run. Bottom of the fifth coming up. It's now 4-0 Philadelphia. Welcome back to Truist Park just outside Atlanta as we send it down to check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed one base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and that'll bring up big-time RBI man Marcell Ozuna.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And now a pitch on the way. Here's the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That misses. 1-2. Swing and a liner. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Boy, he center cut that fastball. It comes in the high 90s, but that's a dangerous location no matter how hard you're throwing.
Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
1 ball, no strikes to count. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Your offense goes out and gives you a 4-run cushion. You have to find a way to stop struggling, compose yourself, and get your mechanics on point. It'd be a shame to let this one slip away.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that run on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
Swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are 2 gone. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Wheeler pauses, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 1 left for Atlanta. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Paul Hamels takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rhys Hoskins. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Acuna's there for it. One down.
The batter, the catcher.
Now batting, JT Realmuto. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Pitch on the way. Ground ball sent back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night as this one finds its way into center. And as you see there on the graphic, that total good for 4th best on the Philly roster. Didi Gregorius will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
The 1-0. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. Runners on first with 1 down. Two balls and a strike. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. Culberson relay to Freddie, double play, and that'll end the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. Ender Inciarte is going to grab a bat now and hit for the pitcher Hamels. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. The average sitting right at 270 on the year. 3 homers, 9 driven in. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Oh, good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes from Zach Wheeler. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Boy, he's really on a roll in the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
So up steps Ozzie Albies. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hot shot on the ground to short. Gregorius is there, and that's the 2nd out. So the shutout still intact here in the 6th as we check out the lead. He leads the NL in that department. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Nick Markakis stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Wheeler into his motion. Here's the pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Braves. They're down 4-0. Grant Dayton is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 75.
Stepping in, Scott Kingery. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike one. Hard hit toward the hole. And that's through into left. So a leadoff single here to start the seventh.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
At the plate, Phil Gosselin. Fly ball into straightaway left. And that'll get over the wall for a ground rule double, and that'll keep runners at second and third now with still nobody out.
Hey, it's hard to say if he would have scored if the ball hadn't hopped over the wall. They might have held the runner at third because there were no outs, but who knows? Either way, they'll still wind up with a runner at second and third and still no outs after the ground rule double.
In now, Zach Wheeler, as he hits it weakly on the ground toward first. Reined in. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. Brings home the run with a ground ball, but also moves the other guy over to third base. Good job of keeping it simple there.
Into the box, Roman Quinn. The potential second run of the inning stands at third. First delivery to him on the way. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball one. The 1-0 delivery.
This would seem like an easy RBI situation. 2-0 count, runner in scoring position, but you have to know there's an open base, and he might be pitching around you.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Fouled away. A man at third with one away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Markakis has the catch, and here comes the runner from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Hey, every pitcher likes to have some runs scored for him, but particularly when you're throwing as well as he is tonight, and he gets another insurance run on top of it.
In now, Andrew Mccutcheon. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and did miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
The 0-1 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Ozuna is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Phillies on top, 6-0. Last half of the 7th here, and into bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman Freddie Freeman. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right, but what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Acuna digs in now as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in these ABs. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced so far.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Kingery onto the grass. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Number 20. First down.
And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A high fastball is in there.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And this one was tailing on him, but he was able to reach down, pull it in, and with it, the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Start of the 8th on its way, but first Heidi Watney standing by with this report.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Like that pitch there. Lefty on lefty matchup. Curveball away to a lefty. Smart pitch.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
Popped him up. Flowers over to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. At the plate, Rhys Hoskins. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Digging in and looking for more, JT Realmuto. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Philadelphia's on top 6-0. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. There to take it is Gregorius for the first out.
The batter, number 8. Shortstop.
Coming to the plate now, Charlie Culberson. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Hit down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. and it's fouled away. Bases are empty, one man out. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal. Hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
Austin Riley is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Wheeler gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a flare hit toward right. In there, a base hit.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit he's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
Adeiny Echeverria will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Batting average down in the low 210s. Still without a home run and 5 driven in. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2.
And we'll have to 1. They still find themselves down 6-zip. Shane Green comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. All set to start the 9th in this one, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Didi Gregorius. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. He'll get it into second, and that is where the wheels pay off as he's able to make it into second with a hustle double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Into the box now, Scott Kingery, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Green rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. Now at the plate, Phil Gosselin. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. Oh, 0-1. Here it comes. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. 1 out and a runner on second base. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
Freeman's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Phillies strand 1. They lead it 6-0. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Now the pitch. And he takes ball 1.
And even though he's had some success against this guy in the ball game, he still knows he's a very dangerous opponent. He won't want to fall behind him any further.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. And he fouls this one off. Now the 2-1 pitch.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
Fouled away. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. Liner towards second, but this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Markakis.
Digging in, Nick Markakis. He went down on strikes last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he starts him out with one high and tight, ball 1.
Hey, in this day and age where everybody's watching the pitch count, that was pitch number 100 in the 9th inning, but he still looks awfully impressive on the mound.
Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up, but this will land untouched. 1 out, nobody on. Just short, hit hard. Taken in by Gregorius. On to first, and Markakis is retired, 2 away.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Wheeler into his motion. First pitch on the way. 2 out, nobody on. A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman. And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. Lifted the other way to left center. After it is Mccutcheon. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the first inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
A 6-0 shutout to finish off tonight's game. Philadelphia took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Zach Wheeler earns his 12th victory in the ball game, and it's a dandy, a complete game 3-hit performance. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
And of course, you can follow us on the Facebook with Bilskie's Phillies season on Facebook. Don't forget to look us up and make sure you follow us and follow all the happenings with the Phillies on this simulated season. Well, Phillies head into Atlanta for Game 1 on this Monday night and pull away with a victory. A complete game 3-hit shutout victory from Wheels himself, Zach Wheeler. He goes 9 full innings, complete game shutout, striking out 9, only allowing 3 hits, no walks, no earned runs at all. Some of the particulars, the notables: Didi goes 2 for 3 with a home run and a double, knocking in 2. Kutch adds another home run to his collection. I believe that was number 27 on the season. 1 for 3 on the day with a run batted in. Scott Kingery 2 for 4 with a double and a run batted in. And then, of course, Rhys Hoskins also in there with a 1 for 3 on the day as we take you to some of the action that went down earlier on in this one. And Serdidi got us started off in the second as he goes yard. And this ball is way out of here into the burger stand off that overhang and into the burger stand. You got to love that in the second deck there. JT here would line into this was a very strange play here, I got to admit. But a run did score on the play. And poor Rhys, I got him caught in a rundown. And it just didn't end well for Rhys, so that was my bad. A blunder. Base running is not my forte. So, unfortunately, we got to run across, but that's about it. And Scott Kingery added to the scoring also as he doubled. I thought this was actually going out, but only 1 run scored on this. I thought this was going to be a 3-run home run. And it was right off the 375 sign above the fielder's head there. That would score a run, putting it 3-0 for the Phils. And here's Kutch going deep as he sends this one into deep center field, dead center field, out of here. Number 27 into the cascading waterfall there. I forgot they actually had a waterfall out there. And here is the sacrifice, I guess you would say. It was a ground out, but a run did score on the play. Nice flip there by the pitcher. Or I should say by the first baseman to the pitcher. So at that point, it was 5-0 there in the top of the 7th, and the Phils would add 1 more run. As Roman Quinn sacrifices a fly here to center field, that would score Philly Phil, who, I don't know why, but they didn't score. I guess we haven't gotten that far yet, but Phil Gosselin did get a hit in this game. There you see him scoring right there. He got the start at third base in place of Gene Segura tonight, giving him a day off. Going to see a lot of different lineups in this 4-game series, and there's the man with the plan right there, Wheels. Striking out many, including Freddie Freeman right there. And Freeman would actually pop out to end the game, but here's another fly out here, and this would actually be the game ender, as I just mentioned. And 6 runs is all it would take, and that would be the ball game. Kutch puts the squeeze on it, and the Fightin' Phils take game 1 of 4 here on Monday Night Baseball here on the Bilskie channel by a final score of 6-0. Phils with 6 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Atlanta managed to squander 3 hits, no runs crossing the plate. Zach Wheeler gets win number 12, as now he and Aaron Nola are tied for wins of our 5 starters, both with 12 apiece. Max Fried suffers the loss, so we're going to go ahead and get out of this. And there is your much-deserved player of the game, Zach Wheeler, chucking 106 pitches, striking out 9, complete game, 3-hit shutout. Just a great performance by Zach Wheeler in this game tonight. And a good way to bounce back from the loss yesterday in New York against the Mets. But the Phils now improve to 63-14 on this season, as Atlanta now falls to 36-42. Zach now 12-4 on the season, as I mentioned. He's our second 12-game winner, right there with Aaron Nola. Max Fried suffers the loss. He is now 6-3. So that's it. And of course, tomorrow we'll be bringing you another game. It will be Jake Arrieta looking for win number 15. He is still undefeated. Will he remain that way? One can only hope. But he is going to have is definitely still, at this stage of his career, still someone to be reckoned with. And he will be the opposition for Jake the Snake tomorrow night. Of course, as I mentioned a little bit earlier on, we'll be seeing many different lineups. Going to get a lot of different starters in there just to see what it's all about. Give the Braves a couple different lineups to look at. But we'll be going against the right-hander tomorrow night, so we'll be getting some lefties in there. Maybe we'll give JT a break. Maybe we'll put Andrew Knapp in there, get him in there. And then, of course, on Wednesday night, I'll be getting home probably a little late that day, so that game might be a little late. But Zach Eflin heads to the hill looking for win number 8. He'll be opposed by Sean Newcomb. And then the final game, it'll be a day game, but it will be played at night because I'll be back to work that day, and I won't be home till after 5. So that'll be a Vince Velasquez special. Will we see another 20-plus strikeout game? Well, we didn't see it on his last outing, but there's always that possibility now that we know that he can do it. Vince looking for win number 11. He'll be opposed by Mike Soroka. And that will be it for that road trip, as the Phils will head home to face the Arizona Diamondbacks for 4, believe it or not, as they will be coming into town. And that will almost close out the month of June, as coming in hot on their trails behind the Arizona Diamondbacks, the San Diego Padres are coming in for the first time this season. So we'll be seeing them to close out the month of June, leading into the month of July. So that's it for now. Phils win the first one here on the road in Atlanta by a final score of 6-0. They blank them. So the Phils take game 1 of 4, and Zach Wheeler gets the win at 12-4 now. And we look to tomorrow as Jake the Snake looking for win number 15 and looking to remain undefeated. If I'm not mistaken, he's the only undefeated pitcher left in the National League, and he's looking to add another win on against Felix Hernandez and those Atlanta Braves. Thanks for watching, everybody. I certainly appreciate you tuning in, and appreciate you following along with the season here. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying playing it. But that's it for now, everybody. Thanks for watching again here on Monday night, and we'll see you tomorrow night for more Phillies baseball. Thanks for watching, and have a good night, everybody.